This is the weekly highlight news of Radio and YouTube. I'm James. Here are the news highlights for this week. Acting President, His Excellency Dua Sheila, made remarks at the Coordination Commission on International Humanitarian Assistance meeting. The Union Prime Minister delivered a speech at the meeting on Interim Central Committee and Mocha cyclone-affected townships. The Military Council is committing acts of violence against the head sector, ignoring the Geneva Conventions and UN Security Council resolutions and other interesting news. These are the weekly news details. The Coordination Commission on International Humanitarian Assistance meeting was held on 23rd of May. Acting President of the National Unity Government, His Excellency Dua Sheila, made remarks at the meeting. He pointed out that it will be necessary to strive for proactive engagement with international organizations that will receive the most humanitarian aid. The Commission will need to systematically combine the public damage statistics and identify priority areas. Among the world's countries, some contribute large amounts of funds to humanitarian aid. He added that we have to develop a government-to-government relationship channel with these countries to gain more support for our ethnic people. The President also stressed that the AICC Commission should ensure international humanitarian assistance is available in a variety of forms and tailored as needed. The meeting on the Interim Central Committee and Mocha cyclone-affected townships was held on 19th of May. The Union Prime Minister of the National Unity Government, said that the National Unity Government has formed 8 working groups on the Coordination Committee for Emergency Situation Management. Meanwhile, the Union Prime Minister said, "We must face a natural disaster again, so we must all be physically and emotionally exhausted while battling man-made disasters. With the joint efforts of all of us, we are able to overcome this natural disaster without causing too much damage to human lives." The government has formed 8 working groups calling to settle in the Coordination Committee for Emergency Management, and funds have been prepared so that they can be used immediately for the emergency situation, he said. Cyclone Mocha was the most destructive storm to affect Rakhine State, and the National Unity Government provided 1 billion just to the Rakhine State. It has been learned that National Unity Government plans to provide services in these cyclone-affected areas. The Ministry of Health of the National Unity Government issued statement number 6/2023 on 20th of May. According to the statement, the Military Council is committing acts of violence targeting the head sector, ignoring the Geneva Convention and United Nations Security Council resolutions. It is said that violence targeting the head sector is repeatedly committed intentionally, ignoring the humanitarian laws and local domestic laws. The terrorist military committed a strike attack on Solon village of Polaket Township in Karenni, Kayah State, at about 4 a.m. on 17th of May. Due to the airstrike, a 17-year-old woman died and 4 elderly men were injured. Moreover, a rural dispensary and staff housing, 6 local resident houses, 1 monastery and drinking water lake were also damaged and some cattle were killed. The terrorist military council also destroyed the medical storage patient was in Northern District Hospital of People's Healthcare Network Kali in Kali Township, Rakhine region. Health staff and patients were able to escape in time, and more than 20,000 people from the villages fled and left their homes. The ministry will provide healthcare services in cooperation with health staffs, local organizations, and local people. According to the report of the AAPP, a total of 117 individuals with death sentences are being held in prisons, and total of 159 individuals have received death sentences. 5 of those who have been arbitrary detention received death sentences on 18 of May 2023. On 18 of May, it was confirmed that 3 of the 5 had received death sentence twice, while the other 2 has received death sentences and life imprisonment. As of 2023, there are a total of 170 persons who have received death sentences and are being held in prison in connection with the Spring Revolution. In total, 159 people who have received death sentences, including 42 who have received the death in absentia. The U.S. Embassy in Yangon officially announced on 24 of May that the U.S. would provide additional assistance to Myanmar for the damage caused by Cyclone Mocha. The United States has announced nearly $70 million in additional humanitarian assistance to help Myanmar respond to the devastation caused by Cyclone Mocha. In order to provide emergency shelter, access to clean water, environmental cleaning, and relief supplies, the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, will provide assistance to its partner organizations that operate in storm-prone areas. It is also settled it is very important for aid organizations to be able to quickly and support the areas that most need it. These are the weekly highlight news of RadioNUG YouTube. We will present more interesting weekly local news to you. Thanks for joining our news.